Picture this. The phone slips from my trembling fingers, crashing onto the kitchen floor of my cozy San Francisco apartment, as my mother's voice echoes in my head like a bad dream that won't fade. If you won't postpone for your sister's sake, then maybe we shouldn't come at all. Her words hang in the air, thick and poisonous, slicing through the joy I'd fought so hard to claim. I'd spent my whole life in the shadows of her favoritism, always the afterthought, the one who swallowed her hurt in silence. But now, on the brink of my wedding, something inside me snaps, not with a roar, but with a quiet, unbreakable resolve. I pick up the phone, my voice steady for the first time in years. "You're right, Mom. Don't come. None of you." And just like that, I cut the cord on my blood family. What followed wasn't just a wedding, it was the unraveling of decades of betrayal. A slow burn of revenge that left scars no one could ignore. Growing up in our tight-knit Vietnamese-American community in Orange County, California, I was always the good daughter who faded into the wallpaper, reliable, quiet, the one who never made waves. My older sister, Lon, was the star, radiant, ambitious, the embodiment of our parents' American dream. Mom would parade her achievements like trophies, land straight A's, her violin solos at community TET festivals, her acceptance to UCLA on a full ride. "Look at your sister," Mom would say in that mix of Vietnamese pride and sharp English, her eyes lighting up only for Lon. "She's the one carrying our family's face." Me? I was Min, the practical one, scraping by with community college classes while working part-time at a local faux shop, learning to cook family recipes that Mom never bothered teaching me directly. Dad, with his stoic immigrant work ethic from his factory job, would nod along, his silence louder than any words. Family harmony above all, he'd mutter in Vietnamese when I'd cry in my room. "Don't rock the boat, con guy." But how could I not feel the waves crashing over me? Every Lunar New Year, Lon got the red envelope stuffed thicker, every family gathering. Her stories dominated the table while mine were brushed aside like crumbs. By my mid-20s, I'd carved out a small life for myself, a freelance graphic designer specializing in cultural event posters, something that let me blend our Vietnamese roots with American flair. It was mine, untouched by the family's constant comparisons. Then came Alex, my rock, a software engineer I'd met at a Vietnamese cultural festival in Little Saigon. He spilled boba tea on my sketchbook while trying to impress me with his awkward dance moves to a remixed folk song. Instead of apologizing profusely, he laughed it off and offered to buy me a new one, his easy smile cutting through my guarded heart. Alex saw me, the real me. "You're like a hidden gem," he'd say, tracing my designs with admiration. "The world overlooks you. But I see the brilliance. For the first time. Someone put me first." Remembering the little things like my love for late-night drives along the Pacific Coast Highway, or how I preferred my Sophie Sua da extra strong. When I opened up about my family, his brow furrowed in genuine confusion. "They don't get it, Min. You're the glue holding everything together. And they treat you like you're disposable." After 2 years, he proposed at dawn on Huntington Beach, kneeling in the sand with a ring engraved with lotus flowers, a nod to our heritage. It was intimate, thoughtful. Us. The engagement news hit my family like a mild ripple at first. Mom's response over the phone was clipped. "Oh, that's nice. Have you told Lon yet? She's been so busy with her promotion at that big tech firm." At our small engagement party in a rented hall overlooking the ocean, Lon hugged me tightly, her perfume overwhelming. "I'm happy for you, Guy," she whispered. But her eyes started away. Mom dominated the night, boasting about Lan's latest boyfriend, a successful doctor named Vin, and how they'd been eyeing wedding venues. We pushed forward with plans for our own ceremony at Willow Creek Gardens, a stunning spot in Napa Valley I discovered while designing posters for wine country events. June 22nd, the vines would be lush, the air crisp with promise. It felt like destiny, a chance to finally step into my own light. But cracks appeared slowly, like hairline fractures in porcelain. I didn't know then that Lon and Vin had split just days before our announcement, a messy breakup fueled by his long hours and her unspoken doubts. As I shared venue photos over family dinner, Lan's fork froze midair. "That's nice," she murmured, her voice tight as a drum. Mom chimed in instantly. "Lon always dreamed of Willow Creek. Remember? Back when she was in high school. We talked about it being the perfect place for her." The words landed like subtle barbs, reminding me of my place. I brushed it off, but the incidents piled up, each one tightening the knot in my chest. Dress shopping turned into a minefield. Lon tagged along, her compliments laced with tears. "You look stunning," she'd say, then excuse herself to the bathroom. Mom pulled me aside. "Be considerate, Min. She's fragile after Vin. Family means sacrificing sometimes." I nodded, rescheduling fittings, swallowing the familiar bitterness like bitter melon soup, necessary, but hard to stomach. When I chose my bridesmaids, my two best friends from design school, Mom called in a fury. Lon expected to be maid of honor. Blood before friends. That's how we do things. We'd never been close. Lan's world was glamorous networking events I was rarely invited to. But to keep the peace, that sacred Vietnamese value of Gia Din Tren Het, I asked her. Her reply? A curt text, "Fine. Whatever." Alex noticed the shift during our tasting session, where Mom insisted on adding Lan's favorite dishes despite my nut allergy concerns. "Your mom's playing favorites again," he whispered on the drive home, his hand on mine. "This is our day, Min. Don't let them steal it." The bridal shower, hosted by Alex's warm Italian-American mom, should have been joyful. But Mom spent it hovering over Lon, who suddenly felt ill during gifts and left early. As they walked out, I caught Lan's glance in the mirror, not pained, but calculating, like she was measuring my happiness against her loss. The real storm hit 4 weeks out, at a tense family dinner in our parents' modest ranch house. The air was thick with unspoken words as Mom served steaming bowls of pho, her specialty. Dad ate in silence, avoiding eyes. Midway through, Mom cleared her throat. "We need to talk about the wedding." My heart sank. Lon dabbed her eyes dramatically. "It's just, Willow Creek was supposed to be mine and Vin's dream. Seeing you there. Happy. It kills me." Mom nodded solemnly. "Postpone it, Min. Just a few months. Give Lon time to heal. Family loyalty means putting others first." Alex stiffened beside me. "We've booked everything, deposits, flights for his family from New York." But Mom's gaze hardened. "If you truly cared, you'd understand. In our culture, sisters support each other. No questions." Dad mumbled agreement, his betrayal a quiet knife. We left in stunned silence, the drive home a blur of tears. The next day, Mom called again, her voice ice cold. "Lon dreamed of that venue since she was young. Can't you postpone?" She's heartbroken. 20 years of silence, of biting my tongue to maintain harmony, exploded in a whisper. "No, Mom. I won't. This is my life." Her response was venomous. "Selfish girl. If that's how you feel, maybe we skip the wedding altogether." I paused, the weight of generations of filial duty pressing down, then lifted it off. "Fine. Don't come." Hanging up, I sank to the floor, the price of my choice crashing over me like a tidal wave. Alex found me there, pulling me close. You did what you had to. I'm with you. But the fallout was brutal, texts from aunts invoking family shame, uncles calling me ungrateful. Even our community's elders whispering about dishonor. I emailed relatives calmly, due to circumstances. My parents and sister won't attend. Please come if you wish. The silence from some felt like freedom, from others. Like fresh wounds. Support bloomed unexpectedly. My design colleagues offered to handle decor. Alex's family enveloped me like a warm blanket. His sister stepping in for fittings. Blood doesn't define family, she said. Echoing what I'd long felt. Nights were hardest, mourning the parents I'd idealized. The sister I'd envied. Anger simmered, turning to steel resolve. 2 weeks out. I boxed away their invitations with old family photos from Vietnam, whispering to myself, no more sacrificing my soul for their approval. 3 days before the wedding. Lon called from a blocked number. Meet me? Please. Against better judgment. I agreed, a quiet cafe in San Jose. She looked diminished, clutching a faded envelope. Open it, she urged. Inside, childhood snapshots of us at temple festivals. Lon forced into perfect poses by Mom, recent texts revealing the truth. Mom put down a non-refundable deposit on Willow Creek for me and Vin without asking, her perfect plan to show off to the community. Tears fell as she confessed, when we split. She panicked about losing face. She made me act heartbroken. Guilt you into postponing so she could repurpose it for my next match. She's been pitting us against each other forever to keep control. The psychology hit hard, our Vietnamese roots twisted into a cage of expectations, where daughters were props in a mother's quest for social standing. I'm her puppet, Lon sobbed. And you're the scapegoat. For the first time. I saw her not as rival, but victim. We weren't sisters by choice, we were survivors of the same storm. What now? I asked. She met my eyes. Let me make it right. We plotted in secret. A quiet revenge born of shared trauma, not flashy, but surgical. Wedding day dawned flawless. Willow Creek alive with blooming vines. I walked the aisle alone. Alex's gaze my anchor. Midway through vows, Lon appeared. Simple dress. Voice firm, I need to speak. Gasps rippled. Our home was a battlefield of conditional love, she declared. Mom pushed me forward. You back. Today. I choose you. Min. Then Mom and Dad burst in. Mom furious. This is betrayal. Lon stood tall. No. Mom. Your games end here. I faced her. You've controlled us long enough. Stay and celebrate. Or leave. But this is my day. Dad. Eyes awakening. Sided with us for once. Mom stormed out. Her isolation the price of her choices. The ceremony bloomed into joy, Lon as impromptu bridesmaid. Vows sealing not just my marriage, but a rebirth. Reception danced with laughter. Alex's family toasting our strength. Lon whispered. Therapy starts Monday. I need to unlearn this. Months later. Brunches with her and Dad became ritual, him apologizing for his silence. Their marriage fracturing under truth's weight. Mom lingered distant. Her olive branches met with boundaries. The cost? Deep scars. But freedom sweet. As Alex and I flipped through photos on our anniversary. One captured Lon and me sharing a genuine laugh. This is family, he said. Earned. Not owed. In choosing revenge through truth. I'd paid dearly, but gained a life unbound.